buzzer. Yeah!
Free. Down to 3. Down to 2. It's a 3. Good! Good! James Harden, a flamethrower.
Sengun. Oh, no.
All righty. Well, the Rockets continue to win games over spurts, though they did drop an embarrassing game to the Jazz in a back-to-back. This is Spencer and Harley with Red Nation Radio. The Rockets are still going strong, but they had a small hiccup, their first one in a very long time, Harley. They fall to the Jazz 133 to 125. Any reactions to this recent stretch of play from the Rockets?
Overall, despite the Utah game, which, hey, back to back, it's tough to beat a team twice in a row. It happens in the playoffs sometimes. Obviously, playoffs are better teams, but Jazz are just, they got some players that you can't scoff over. Like they got guys that are going to compete on that court. So, hey, man, shout out to Lauri Markkanen and the crew. They were doing their thing. Keontae George, really playing well as well. I mean, hey, Rockets overall, though, they've been playing very well. We've had a lot to talk about, actually. Sengun, an unbelievable stat for Sengun, where he had the first ever to record a stat line of 30-plus points and 14 assists and 5 blocks in the game. That just doesn't feel like – and everyone reposted it, but I just don't feel like that's true. Like, I swear I've known Akeem has probably done that or like it was just an odd stat line to me. And I don't know, maybe I guess I'm just or Nikola Jokic, and he's just walking on water this year. I feel like he did that in his sleep just 2 weeks ago, like, I don't know, just a crazy stat line.
Dude, Shingun's just getting to that level. I think he has truly established himself at minimum top 20 player in the NBA. Pushing for top 10, if you ask me. I might be a little biased though. One thing I wanted to talk with you, Harley, with the recent stretch of play here, it's kind of got me thinking, because we haven't talked a whole lot, you and I, about Reed Sheppard. You and I both have been adamant still all year long, despite the success, that we want to see a ball handler be added. Now, we haven't talked about Reed Sheppard at length, but he has been playing amazingly. However, I think we have briefly discussed how he still isn't that ball handler that you need, right? That being said, his play has been remarkable. He's definitely giving you returns on him being the 3rd overall pick. And it got me thinking, and I'm not saying I'm advocating for this move, but this week there was rumblings and people have been monitoring social media accounts. Giannis, I don't know if you heard, Harley, he cleansed his Instagram. And some people are starting to, try to read the tea leaves. Maybe they're reading for things that aren't there. And I'm not advocating for the Rockets to go after Giannis, though I would entertain some trade discussion with you.
Yeah. But
this is how I'd want to entertain it. I need to know, in your opinion, Harley, what are like your tiers of the Rockets players in terms of trade assets, right? Like, well, who are the untouchables? Who are the premium assets you feel like you could give away? And then who are the ones that you think aren't really going to get you anything?
I mean, obviously, you're not going to get rid of Durant. You just got the guy. So that's obviously
right.
not on the list here.
And anyone you trade for is going to want to play with Kevin Durant. So that's definitely,
for sure. That's definitely off the table.
Get him out the way. I'm with
it feels like a Captain Obvious statement, but hey, we just got to get it out there, Sengun and Alperen Thompson, like, both of them guys are untouchables, man. I'm not trading Sengun, and I'm not trading Alperen Thompson. And I know the return is a Giannis, and it's tough because Giannis is what? Is he 30 years old now? I mean, I'd have to look up his age. I don't know his age off the top of my head, but Giannis is still at the, I would say, end of his prime, and that's just crazy to say because he's still, even without a 3-point shot, he can just get it done, man. I mean, he might not have a bag, but what he has definitely works, and it is 2 gigantic steps to the damn bucket, and I'm going to dunk on you so hard, and I'm going to get 30 points a game and 14 rebounds a game, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. He's had some bright moments this year. He's had some clutch game-winning shots, I'll say, albeit some lucky ones, considering his jump shot. But, hey, I got to give it to him. He is who he is.
I'm not going to lie, Harley. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I don't want to trade Reed Sheppard.
Okay.
I don't. And I don't. I just
Is that your line? Is Reed Sheppard your line?
I I feel like he belongs in that line, and it might be borderline.
Man,
But the way
okay.
his recent play is, and, you could sway me, but this season, I guess, because last year, you really wasn't much to look at. But this year, what he's been doing, and especially recently, you could just see the confidence is growing. He is a consistent, all net 3-point shooter, no rim, all net. That is just, the nickname Cocaine Curry being thrown around, definitely living up to it a little bit. Okay. And you see KD with being that mentor with him. We saw a mic'd up moment with the Rockets YouTube channel where KD was really talking to Reed Shepherd on his side there and giving him that confidence that he deserves, man. He's been one of the better. I mean, hell, Reed Shepherd beat the Warriors by himself.
Yeah.
No KD, and Sengun and Alperen Thompson did not have a good game. Reed Shepherd said, "Don't worry, boys. The young man right here, there's a new sheriff in town.
Yep.
I
First
got
career
it
30
today."
burger.
For sure. And that's where I see that kind of game. And I go, man, I feel like we could flesh out more of that. And I feel like long term we could get consistent stuff from Reed Shepherd when it comes to that.
Yeah, I don't disagree with your assessment of him at all, but I'm not gonna lie, my line is even further up than yours.
Okay.
Because if we're talking about someone like Giannis, or maybe you're holding out for the next disgruntled superstar, I would love to see if eventually Anthony Edwards became available.
That's
that's the that's the golden egg right there.
Yeah.
That's the one that you dream about. But for someone like Giannis, I think I'd be willing to do a package around Reed Shepherd. I'd also be willing to do a package around Amen Thompson. And I say that as like Amen Thompson's like #1 fan club. I've been saying since last year, I felt he's our best player. And to an extent, I still kind of think that, even though Sengun has, leveled up this year to a level that a lot of us didn't even think he was going to get. Even some of his biggest fans didn't realize he could get to. But nonetheless, with what Amen Thompson has meant for this team, it would suck to see him go. But the thing is, if just talking Giannis here, Giannis, if you plug him into the Amen Thompson role, dude, as great as Amen Thompson is, goodness gracious, because Giannis can act as a ball handler. Giannis can do a lot of the freaky athletic stuff that Amen Thompson can do, maybe just a little bit slower because he's a little older.
Yeah,
but
minuscule.
Yeah, I think now Sengun completely off limits because, again, as we established earlier, top 20 player. Even if you're trying to trade for a superstar, you're not trading away a top 20 player. That's your building block. You have to keep them. But after Sengun, I would not be opposed. And I hate to say that, but it would have to be Amen Thompson and then very little after that. And I think that's where the deal would fall through. Because the Bucks would probably want Amen Thompson and then multiple picks. And maybe even like Atari Eason or something like that. And then that's when it's just like, hell no. But if it's just, let's say it's Amen Thompson, one of the first round picks, and then some second round picks. I think I say yes to that all day long.
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree with you.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I am.
We usually agree on stuff. I like having a little.
I'm gonna have to disagree there, man.
Okay.
And I like Giannis, I really do. I know I kind of made fun of him not having a bag there, but
you don't need
I really
one.
do.
You don't need one. You're not.
You
wrong.
don't need one. Exactly. He said, "I don't care. I don't need a bag. I just walk to the damn free throw line and walk my way to the bucket, dunk on you, and you're gonna get mad." But Amen Thompson, he's so young still, and he's going to be a stud.
Yeah,
like he is.
Yeah, he probably is going to turn into what Giannis is now. There's a strong possibility. Now, it's not guaranteed that he ever reaches that peak, but he's on that trajectory. So yeah, I say that in one breath, but I don't disagree with what you're saying because I love Amen Thompson. It's almost just like when those, again, like I said, that's why it's unrealistic because the Bucks wouldn't just want Amen Thompson; they'd want more. And I'm such an Amen Thompson fan. I think I'd do it, but it would just be very, very minimum what I would give up. I would hold out a long time for Anthony Edwards, though. And you best believe Amen Thompson's on the table for Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, because of just the age kind of cancels each other out.
Yeah.
I'm getting a guy in his prime. He's an absolute dog. DAWG dog.
And that's the type of Ime Udoka player. But I think I'm enjoying the ride with this group right now, Harley. I think we have an easy stretch of games coming up for the Rockets, like some absolute cupcakes coming up for us. We've got Kings, Mavs, Clippers, Pelicans, Kings again, Clippers again, all before Christmas Day against the Lakers. I think we could see a realistic scenario where the Rockets are sitting comfortably with 20 wins by the time we get to Christmas Day. It's very, very possible.
Yeah, no, I can see that too. I mean, just looking at it right away, like you mentioned, Kings, the Suns aren't really in. I mean, yeah, they're a competent basketball team, but you should be better, right? You should win this game. These are winnable games that are coming up, all the way up to the Nuggets game where you finally get yourself a rematch. I would be looking forward to that game for the Rockets because, hey, man, I want a little bit of I just want to see where they stand up with the best of the West, and it just feels like. Yeah, Rockets are third right now in the Western Conference as we record. You got the Nuggets, and then there's 10 piles of gold and the OKC Thunder. Because my goodness gracious, man, they're
running away with it.
They're running away with the Western Conference. Jalen Williams is back. They're doing their thing. I just want to see where the Rockets are though with them. But just because the Thunder are doing so well, don't mean I'm going to discount my Rockets. They did take them to a double OT, granted without Jalen Williams, but the way Reed Shepherd has been playing, you could necessarily say we didn't have Reed Shepherd for that game. So who knows? Who knows? A rematch would be very fun.
And I'll say this. He's not like Daryl Morey, his predecessor was, but Rafael Stone was a part of that Daryl Morey front office. And that was a front office that saw the juggernaut Golden State Warriors and said, no, I think we can beat them. And I see Rafael Stone taking a similar approach, looking at this Thunder team saying, no, we can beat them, and him being hungry at the deadline is what I want to see. Not necessarily trading for a Giannis, but be hungry at the deadline to make that move.
Definitely. And then that's where we go back to our conversations of if you want to get somebody solid like a Drew Holiday, where you take a look at the Trailblazers, do you want to maybe take a little bit of a risk and go get you Derek White from the Boston Celtics, considering how their record and everything is going on with their season? There's plenty of options out there for this Rockets team. It's worth looking. It's worth venturing out there, but you're not wrong. Rafael Stone, very much a key piece to getting Chris Paul here, actually, at least rumored, of course, that he was a key piece to getting Chris Paul here to pair up with James Harden. So he's no stranger to potentially making a swing of a trade to get us into the right spot.
Yep. But we have a long time before the trade deadline, so let's just focus on getting to Christmas there, Harley. Anything else before we call it a day?
Not really, man. I hope you had a happy holidays. We didn't really get, man. Well, you said you're watching a movie. What movie are you watching, man?
I'm actually going to see Wicked 2 tonight.
Okay.
Your boy's a musical guy. What can I say?
I feel that. Hey, no problem. I saw the first one.
Oh, excellent. That's why I was like, I'll go see the second one in the theater. I think it's going to be really good. I'm excited.
I respect it. Like I respect Giannis in a Rockets jersey. Hey man, that would be nice. I just don't think
it's a pipe dream. It's a pipe dream.
I can't give up on it.
No, I probably wouldn't either. Even just saying it makes me feel dirty. But y'all let us know down below. Who should the Rockets target in a trade, if any? And who are the untouchables and who are the trade assets that they should give up? For Harley, this is Spencer. This has been Red Nation Radio. We'll see y'all next week. Until then, go Rockets.